Hi Gemini, this is your new moon reading for the Sagittarian new moon solar eclipse happening on December 14th, 2020. It's important to follow these so that you'll know how you're being eclipsed and you can track this cycle. So I'm going to start by summarizing the overall meaning of this eclipse, and then we're going to move into how it affects you and where it shows up for your chart. And then we'll finish with an oracle message from the moon to see what they have to tell you here. And I gotta say, this deck is supercharged because when I pulled the card for the overall reading, its own energy showed up, which is the new moon in Sagittarius. So pretty cool. And this does feel like luck is on our side here with the cosmos shifting gears here in 2020. Just know that this reading is going to apply for your sun sign, but it's going to be the most powerful for your rising sign. So you're going to want to listen to both sun and rising videos to track how this eclipse shows up in your life. You can see the description box below if you don't know how to find your rising sign. There's a link there to explain that. Okay. So we have the sun and the moon together in Sagittarius, and the moon is passing between the earth here, so it's blocking the light of the sun, and this is a solar eclipse. This is like the cosmos way of powering us off and on again for a total reset. So we're all kind of playing this universal game here, and it's called Eclipsed. We're playing on the awareness, in the field of awareness here. It's the arena of awareness. And the teams that play are Gemini and Sagittarius. They're playing with the moon. And these are the signs of the zodiac that are using the moon to challenge our mind space. It's asking us to open up our mind to find power and truth. They're working together to bring us into balance here so that we can use information, all the information, to find objectivity and the power and truth here. So this solar eclipse is amplifying the power of awareness because, and this is the most pivotal point in the chart because it's also where our awareness shifts naturally in the zodiac. So it's like squaring this energy. It's like double amping it up. And it's really important because when the way we look at things change, the things that we look at change. Our perspective shifts, and then so does the direction of our life. Think about, like when you climb to the top of a mountain, once you get to the top, you can suddenly see where you've been and where you need to go. That's what eclipse cycles do. They bring clarity. They bring sudden shifts of awareness so that we can see where we've been and where we're heading. So 2 weeks ago, the game started with Gemini on the full moon lunar eclipse on the 30th of November. So Taurus or Gemini, you're going to want to look back at what happened 2 weeks ago and think about any inner realizations that you may have come to. That's a period of time where your perspective was shifting, and it might have closed the door to an old way of seeing things. So now, with the new moon in your chart here, it's also sitting with the node of the past. So we're clearing karmic past. We're looking back to see where we've been so that we can open the door to a new vision for the future. So eclipses shift the energy from the past and the future, and they contrast with the possibilities of both so that we can find some balance and propel. We engage our free will here and we make choices that put us back on path with our highest potential. So the cosmos uses eclipses to shift our energies and reset us to put us back on path. And this one is bringing power to our awareness because the whole point of 2020 vision is to see clearly. Okay, Gemini, so this eclipse is happening in your 7th house. This is the place where you learn to combine your power. It's the part of your chart that speaks of partnership. It's how you relate to others. Everybody thinks of the 7th house as the house of relationships and love, and that's not the only way that we combine our power with people. We also do it with family and neighbors and work and community. So this eclipse is triggering for you the place where you learn the most about who you are and what you want out of life through your relationships with others. So during this eclipse, you might likely find where you need to balance yourself and your awareness of others. Pay attention to your relationships because they're being reset by the cosmos so that you can direct your energy according to what you want from them. Perhaps your love life could be taking a turn, or you're considering a new family or work partnership. Just use this month to really track your self-awareness here and open your eyes to the power that you hold within and where you might be giving it away to others. This house is notorious for where we give our power away. So the universe is kind of giving you a reset here and saying, hey, what do you really want out of your relationships? And how can you do that in a way that is true for your well-being? I find that journaling is a really powerful tool to help me stick with the understandings of each lunar cycle here. It's important to track them because 6 months from now, when the moon is full in the sign of Sagittarius at the end of May, you're going to be able to look back and see what this eclipse cycle brought in for you and what shifted in your personal life. So some things to ask yourself right now so that you can reflect back on them in May would be, if you're single, this is a perfect time to move on from old flames, old pains, and old dreams. Maybe think about what it is that you really want to have in the future. And if you're attached, think about how you can breathe new life into your love life. What can you bring to your relationship to make it more meaningful and more aligned with what you really want? Okay, this is the point where I, do a shameless plug and say that this would also be a perfect time for you to study your own astrology, because the purpose of the 7th house is it's a place of mirror work. It's where you gain clarity of your own power and your own self. So astrology is the most powerful tool I know to experience elevating your own self-awareness. So if you're interested, I'd be honored to give you a reading. It's sent to you by email, so look for the link in the description box below. And also right now I'm adding a bonus eclipse cycle addition to your reports. So, okay, Gemini, this new moon is a game changer for you. It's a power play for you to attune with your higher self. You're being eclipsed in the final plays here of 2020 before everything changes and we leave this energy behind. So use this powerful energy to elevate your life. This eclipse cycle is going to be working on you to open your mind until January 2022. So you've got a little bit more than a year to really tune in and work with this energy. So let's see what the moon has to say to you before we close this up. Okay, 2. Adjustments are required, and nothing yet is set in stone. What else do you have for Gemini? Give me a message. message here for Gemini. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so I would say, given the fact that, you know, the energy is changing, you do have time to make adjustments here. And yeah, nothing is set in stone. So if this applies to your relationships with others or your relationship with yourself, you really have to know what you want in order to achieve that goal. So it's never too late to rewrite how you want things to turn out. Make the adjustments that are required and know that luck is on your side. Thanks for constellating with me here. Don't forget to check out the video for your rising sign. And if you like this reading, please give it a like because that helps me out. And if you want to be notified for the future full moon readings, hit the bell so that you'll be notified. And you can also sign up for emails in the link below. Thanks so much for constellating. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.